This is Ian from Lane Media. I'm an experienced independent publisher, and I'm going to be showing you how publishers should update their metadata in Amazon Vendor Central for backlist titles if they are former Amazon Advantage users. This will improve your ranking, so let's get started. We're in Amazon Vendor Central. Most publishers, independent publishers, if they were Amazon Advantage users before, they should be seeing this sort of interface. To get to this particular page, you want to go to the hamburger menu, upper left corner, click on Items, select Catalog, and then you'll come to this page. This shows all of my backlist titles. I'm going to be editing this one, Google Docs reference and cheat sheet. In order to do that, I need to click on the three dots menu right side of the page, select Edit Listing, and then I come to this. Now, I'm going to be copying and pasting from a text document or a spreadsheet where I have lots of data that needs to be added here in a quick amount of time, but I'll try to explain everything as I'm going through it. There's a couple really clear things that need to be fixed with your metadata because Amazon Vendor Central either didn't port it over from Amazon Advantage or it just was never asked of Amazon Advantage users, so you have to create it from scratch. So a couple of things are pretty basic. What I'm going to start with is the SKU. So I just use the 13-digit ISBN for my vendor SKU, paste that right in. This is required. Don't submit and continue yet. Go to product identity next. So item name, this is correct. I'm not going to be changing anything. Brand name, I am going to be changing that. So Sony is just a placeholder. That's not the brand name. The brand name is in 30 minutes. And this is in the Amazon brand registry. I'm not going to change anything there. This looks okay to me. Remember that some of these things are actually placeholder text. They're not actual text. You can't really see it that clearly, but this is kind of a grayish color. So this will not appear in my listing. It's just meant as an example. Offer, this is the pricing. I'm not changing that. Product details. All right, so this is the very important page where you need to make some changes. The first one is the product description. So I'm going to be pasting in HTML. I've already prepared the HTML, and HTML gives me things like breaks, unordered lists. So that's all set to go. I'm just going to paste it right in. Unfortunately, it doesn't give you a preview, so you're going to have to basically check your listing later on to make sure it looks okay. Replace item ID, don't mess with that. A lot of people think that this is the same thing as your ISBN or something else. It's not, and it can really mess up your listings if you start using it. Subject keyword, I do recommend using that. So I fortunately have a list of subject keywords I can just paste right in. So the first one is Google Docs. And this may seem kind of repetitive, but I just want to make sure that Amazon's algorithm understands it. Google Workspace is another one. I'm going to keep on going here. Google Suite. And by the way, you can add lots of these keywords. I haven't hit the end limit yet, but I imagine it's something like 10 or maybe even more than that. And I'm just going through and getting the ones that I think are most relevant to the subject that might be used by customers, Amazon customers, when they're browsing the website. Okay. Now, number of pages per unit. So this is pages. That's correct. Author biography. So this is actually no human being is associated with this. It's more like a publisher product that we compiled from an existing book by another person. So the reviews, I definitely recommend using that. So I have some reviews that are all set to go. Actually, I can't find them right now, so I have to come back to that. And then what else do we have? Contributor name, that's all set. Edition, I'm not going to do that. Minimum age, I'm not going to do that. Format, I am not going to do that, although there's another page where it says the binding, and that's already set up, so I'm just going to leave it at that. Language type, I am going to do that. So I'm going to select published, English, leave it at that. Minimum age, I'm going to skip that. Yeah, here's the binding, that's already set. Release date is not changing. Included components, that's not valid. All right, so this is the really important part. There's actually two areas. Amazon listbooks code and the subject. So listbook codes are basically, I'm using BISAC codes, but you can actually use other types, theme classifications and whatnot. And then subject is kind of the text version of the BISAC codes. At least that's what I'm using right here. And it seems to work pretty well. And actually, let me just show you something. I think this is interesting. So I made the change on another one of my backlist titles. And this is the old product details section for that page. So you can see it says bestsellers rank number 55,000, 3,845 in books reference. Once I changed the BISACs and the Amazon listbooks code, I got a huge boost in the rankings and classifications because you can see that it started ranking at number 7 in Software Suite books. I mean, this was already selling pretty well, but it just basically added them to all of these categories where they belonged, and I'd added them in Amazon Vendor Central. So this is really a key part. I've already prepared the BISAC code, so I'm just going to go in and grab these and go pretty quickly. So first one, so the listbook code, the placeholder text shows the old text that I had there from Amazon Advantage. So I'm just going to paste that over with the BISAC code. I'm going to select BISAC. I'm going to add another field and then just keep on going through and adding the right BISACs. In this list of BISACs, by the way, I got this online at the official Book Industry Study Group webpage that shows basically all the updated BISACs for the previous year. And it's interesting. Okay. Again, I'm not sure how far I can go with this, but I'm going to try to add 6. And I think we're done there. And then I'm going to go to the subject. And basically what I'm doing is I'm just taking the same BISAC codes, but instead of putting in the code, I'm putting in the text that was accompanying it. So word processing, add another field. I'm going to do Office Suites. And then here, collaboration. So these are relevant fields that will make sense to Amazon customers and then also will inform Amazon's algorithms when they're trying to figure out where to stick this particular backlist title, you know, what other books it should be shown against in carousels or search results or whatever. All right, so I'm almost done with that. And then, okay, so that's all set. Don't submit and continue yet. The other one is safety and compliance. Now, copyright for this, I believe this was 2015. Actually, let's take a look on Amazon just to see when it was released. I want to make sure that I do this right. So this is the original listing for that particular thing. Yeah, 2016, January 2016. So I'm going to put 2016 in there. Country of origin, we print these in the United States. Batteries are not required, and it's not a dangerous good, so it's not applicable. And I'm going to leave these other ones alone. And shipping, oh, wait a second, there's one other thing I needed to do, is the weight. So Amazon confusingly separates the item weight and package weight. They should be on the same thing, but they're not. Let me see if it's down here. Nope. All right, so I'm going to have to just do it here. So item length, it's 11 inches long, 8.5 inches wide, and then 0.2 inches tall. Obviously, I'm a smaller publisher, so I'm not uploading this via spreadsheet or API or anything like that. So package weight, if you hover over the tooltip, it's the weight of the item plus the packaging. So it's 1.3 ounces. And then items per inner pack is only 1. So I'm going to press submit and continue, but it's possible they might flag me for stuff that still needs to be fixed. Oh, so your change request has been submitted. That's exactly what I wanted. So what I'm going to do in 24 hours, I'm going to go to the web page, the view on Amazon. I'm just going to make sure that the information that I submitted went through, in particular looking at the categories and the other information that that I entered, such as the product description. And if I see that's been updated, then I know the other metadata has been updated too. If this video has been helpful, please take a moment to like it and follow me, and I'll see you next time.